let's go for a ride. Alright, welcome to Riding with Hartley one more time. Going out in a real familiar road I like to ride on. Orcutt Road. Nice long straightaway. Got a little up and down whoop-de-doos. A lot of fun. And a whole lot of fun when there's no one in front of us. So we'll see if we can arrange this. Oh, an old Mercedes pulling off. Alright, well, I'm going to talk today a little bit about tires. Tire pressure. Always want to make sure carry a pressure gauge with you. If they're not in the right pressure, you could have some problems. Early wear out of your tires. Wobbles, or even blowouts. How about suspension? What is a suspension? Well, the bike, when it's properly loaded and you're sitting on it, should be even distribution on the shocks. When you accelerate, there's more weight loading in the rear tires. When you decelerate, there's more loading on the front tire. Oh, they're both turning. Nice. Your best traction is on the bigger tire, thus the rear tire. So when you go into a turn, I got a turn coming up here. You want to enter a turn slower than leaving it. Weights a little forward. Once you get your angle, you start opening up the throttle. Once you open up that throttle, you do not stop opening that throttle until you completed that turn. Doing so will imbalance the bike. It'll make the bike get more heavily front-loaded, and your front tire could wash out. So always being aware of the loading of the bike. Is it back heavy? Is it front heavy? Just come off the brakes, you'll feel yourself full lunge forward. You're a good barometer as to what how the weight is being distributed on the bike. So it's real important to understand how to get best grip on the road. Let your tires warm up before doing the gnarly high torque turns. Let your bike warm up so you're not putting any undue stress on it. Alright, well, this road here is going out to a place called Lake Lopez. I think I've been on here before many times filming, but I don't think it's gotten to YouTube yet. So pardon me if this is a slight familiar trip for us all. Well, this is a big reservoir not too far from my house. Some nice big sweeping big turns. Okay, what is that in the road? Slow approach. Looks like a box of beer. That would not be real fun to run into. Right. And let me get the microphone off my lip. There it is. Some of you might wonder why my camera position changes so much. Anything from here down to here. Well, depends on what I want to do. On my old bike, I always had to lean down to get out of the wind to get a little more speed, and I like that feeling. It's sort of that sport bike lay down stance. It feels like I got a little bit more control of the bike. My weight's just like part of it, and it's kind of fun. That's why I have this tank protector on my tank, so I don't scuff it up when I do this with my zipper. I don't want that to scratch my tank any more than it already has. Now, when you carve a turn correctly, you just know it. You feel it. The bike just kind of locks in very solidly and carves through the turn, and as you're opening up that throttle, it the stability maintains, and before you know it, you're going faster than what you thought, but you don't realize it because it is so smooth and solid. Whereas just the opposite, if it's not smooth and solid, your bank angle's wrong, you're taking it too wide, the weight's wanting to pull you out, centrifugally force pulling you out of the turn. That's not good. That's when it's scary, it's dangerous, unstable. You don't want that. But when it cuts through just right, like a nice bottom turn on a big wave, or that first hook turn when you catch a thermal on a paraglider, carving snow skis or snowboards. You guys know what carving is. We gotta carve around this guy. And all that motorcycle riding, safety and performance and speed and grip, all really comes down to smooth. Being as smooth as possible on the controls, on the throttle, on the brake. I don't have rear controls on this yet. My feet were on the back pegs, and I went to shift, and the shifter wasn't there. Boy, would that be nice having it. Just visualizing that. Yeah, it's a $600 upgrade. Oh, made of money, I wish. And this road is just really fun. We filmed an episode of Life out here, a web series I was a part of a couple of years ago. Did a motorcycle scene actually that got cut from the film, but it still made it to the deleted scenes. A lot of fun. My character was fantasizing about a girl he liked, taking her on a motorcycle ride. This little puppy can move when she needs to. That's what I like about her so much. It's solid, okay. You just lay down on her and she rides beautiful. Alright, we're going to turn left here, and this takes us right on up to the lake. Squirrel! Up to the... I never remember if it's Lake Lopez or Lopez Lake. Let's see if we can find out here. Doesn't say. Okay. This road's pretty nice. Got a little bit of dirt up ahead because some vineyards are here. But you deal with it. It's not too bad. But you do have to look out for some big farming machinery, typically riding slowly on this road. So always be peering as far into the horizon as you can. The further ahead you see, the more time slows down. It makes you feel that you're not going as fast. Or you can go faster the further ahead you can see. Put it whatever order you want to make it work. I'm going to come right up on this guy's behind. And part of what I love about this road here, these are orchards. I mean, these are citrus groves, I guess they call them. The right time of day, and hopefully we'll get it here, it just smells divine. It's this wonderful fresh citrus smell permeating the air. This guy just threw something out of his window. Yeah, thank you, buddy. Always give somebody the thanks thumbs up wave when they let you pass. Yeah, let them know we're nice people. We don't want to piss them off. Because yes, they would win. Cars beat motorcycles. So when people are courteous to me, I like being courteous back to them. and slow. I can feel my weight leaning forward, get into the turn, start getting on the gas, my weight's shifting to the back. I feel a lot of nice grip with the back tire. Confident enough to keep the throttle on. Alright, we're backing off the throttle. I can feel myself leaning forward, approaching the turn, start leaning into it, open up that throttle, lean into it, give it some gas. Come off the throttle as you enter the next turn, get our lean angle, open up that gas, downshift. Downshift can be dangerous in a turn because what it's going to do, it's going to push your weight forward, going to put too much load on the front tire and destabilize. So if you do have to downshift in a turn, keep the RPMs the same. Try to not have a big shift. Try not to have a big shift in the weight as you shift. That's the whole thing. Keep the shocks evenly weighted as best you can, and understanding that when they are is when you have the maximum range each one can travel from there. So it's a good middle ground for its maximum effectiveness. Bump. Alright, stood up on the pegs to do that. Alright, that's a nice turn here. Contrary to instinct, if you're in a pickle, in a turn, and you're not going to make it, do you A, go off the throttle and hit on the brakes, or B, give it more gas? Most people have a survival reaction. I think it's called survival. Yeah. Survival reaction. There's a video I was watching that talk about this. To slow down and look at where they don't want to go. That's another thing. So, actually, giving it gas, the bike is usually a better performer than you are. So, trust in your bike's abilities to do what it wants to do. Because when you come off the gas, the bike comes up and your turn widens. You don't want your turn to widen when you're taking a turn too wide. And you got to tighten it up. Keep that, give it a little throttle. Lean your body in as well too. That'll help to tighten up the turn. Get some body weight. Get some of your body weight off of the center line onto the side. Hummer. Isn't this pretty out here though? Gosh, it's gorgeous. I like coming out here. Look at this turn. This one's fun at speed. Wait till you see this next road I'm going to go on. A road called High Mountain Road. Right up here on the right. See how this guy's fading right? I have a feeling he's going to go there too. He's got a scully helmet there. A skull on the back that looks like the ones I used to have. Oh, okay, cool. He's not, so we're gonna go here. Alright, so thanks for coming with me on this fun little ride. Let's do it again sometime. See ya.